This is my 31st mega box of Topps 2025 Topps Holiday baseball cards. Um, I've decided I'm just going to keep buying these as long as I can get them for retail or less. And the reason being, I've made my money back on the top 10 pulls out of the 30 mega boxes and was it 10 tins that I've opened. Um, and so obviously I'm going to make a lot more selling the parallels and other inserts that weren't one of the top 10 cards. So, and not to mention the sets I put together. I think I'm at 12 sets right now, um, and got another one sorted out that I just need 3 cards to complete. I should get my cheat sheet here. But yeah, you can still find the mega boxes. As a matter of fact, I I think Fanatics just got some more. Probably picked them up off a seller or something like that. So um, yeah, as a matter of fact, too, you can find cases for around 500 or less through auction. I don't think anybody's selling them by it now at that price, but uh, great buys, eBay seller, and I think they're affiliated with Dave and Adam. Um, they've been auctioning the cases, and one sold for as low as $4.59. It, of course, it includes $10 shipping, which is not bad. Obviously, doesn't probably really pay for it. Maybe they have a deal. I don't know. Um, but yeah, and tax, definitely tax, even at 459, tax is probably bringing you up to about 500 for the case, which that means that you're getting the boxes at 25 a box, and if you're still wanting to open them, as long as you can get them for retail or less, I don't think you can really go wrong on these. And I think a lot of guys are realizing this too, that these are like maybe the best buy that you got to go cheap. Yeah, I haven't been on for a while because I actually wanted to get a case, and I did. This is the first box out of the case. I made a few shorts in the interim. I just didn't want to start opening something else. I've got a few other things. I want to open some older stuff even too. So um, let's see what we got. No, and obviously too with the baseball season about to start, certain players are gonna get hot. Of course, some get hurt too. Um, but yeah, so you'll see some interest in the baseball cards. Obviously go up. Um, Plus the World Baseball Classic, I guess, um, starts in early March, I think. So I know if I'm a GM or an owner or even just anybody associated with the team, you can't be happy with these tournaments because Ted Williams on the ornament. Um, because guys are getting hurt. I forget who just got hurt recently in I think it was the Dominican tournament or something like that. I'm not sure. Um, yeah, or one of the recent tournament they were just playing somebody. I forget who it was that just. I mean, it's a sprained ankle. Um, but yeah, you gotta cringe when you got your players playing in these um, things before the season even started. Yeah, so you're just hoping for the best. Um, so I'm hoping nobody gets hurt. Nolan Arenado. I haven't sorted out or looked up to see what I have in some of those short prints. On the last video, I mentioned that I'm starting to slowly figure out after 30, 40 boxes and tins how the set works. It's a mess. I'm still not quite sure. I don't know if there's 200 cards in what they call that set is called the Holiday Glitter, I believe, or Glitter Holiday. I think it's Holiday Glitter. It's gray or silver. I don't know why they just can't call it based on the border, but I guess it's not a fancy holiday glitter name. But I haven't figured out how big those sets are. Nobody actually, I haven't seen anybody list. Um, of course, I just checked the main couple of places. How many cards are in each one of the inserts and parallel sets. And I know it's not 200 for all of them. So, as a matter of fact, I think most of them are around 25 or 50, something like that. Um, and I believe there may be like short print versions even within those sets. So, that's kind of the sense I'm getting because they list them as two different parts, like 100 for one part and 100 for another, and then it's not one through 100 for the first part and 101 to 200 for the second part. It's a mix of cards for the part one and the part two. Trey Sweeney, Anthony Santander, Mason Miller, Will Warren. I like drafting fantasy draft, whether it's football, baseball, um, and been in some fantasy drafts. I doubt I'll play any of the teams, other than maybe doing something, updating the lineup every once in a while. But yeah, I just like participating in the drafts. Honestly, I have more fun doing that. So I've been doing some of the fantasy drafts. Christian Walker, James Wood, Connor Norby, and our short print is, I forget what they called these. Corbin Burns on the Snowflake. Just in case anybody wonders, the image is identical and everything is identical on the front. The only way you can tell is by the back, and it's the brown color with the snowflake. Team logo will be there if it's just a base card. Let's see, St. Louis. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure this set out, so. But I like the chromes more than anything. I see that somebody else is interested in the chromes too. A couple of comments. So yeah, I like the chromes. I think the chromes are. I like the chromes in the Topps chrome, regular Topps chrome too. But because I like the clean design, with the out the thing, the garland, and the other things that the snowflakes on the picture on the image. But yeah, I think these are probably just a little better looking with especially with the sparkle. That's definitely more holidayish, and I like the green color for. I'm not crazy about the purple because it's dark, and the blue's kind of dark too. I'd like to see a lighter color on those. I think the chrome, it would look better with the chrome. Corbin Carroll. Oh, I'm not even checking. Forgot to see that. I'm out of practice. I forgot to look to see if I got any of my cards here. Okay, let me see what I need. Okay. Just need 3 so I can flip through these pretty quick. As a matter of fact, it's all above 100, so. think it'd be easier to do it at the end. Carlos Correa, Seiya Suzuki, Hayden Birdsong, Manuel Clase, Max Fried, Edgar Carrero, Mick Abel, Dalton Rushing, and our silver is Dalton Rushing again. I don't know which stack is which of these. Yeah, I figured that was the high number. Okay. And that is a high number. Yeah, right now you can buy the sets with shipping for about $15. I think those are actually a good investment. You got to figure they're not ever going to sell for less than that, no matter what happens to the rookie class. So, yeah, I think that's at a price where it's, if you're just looking for investments, at $15, I would think within a couple of years they'd be selling for 30 at least. A few years, maybe 50. Just depends on how some of the guys do, the rookies and things. Junior Caminero, excuse me. Jack Flaherty, Robus Martinez, Framber Valdez, CJ Abrams, Josh Smith, Shota Imanaga, Grant McCray, Walker Bueller, and looks like we have a short print here. Pete Grove Armstrong. I think that might be a different one. No, I think I have this one. Yeah. Actually, do this way. Got the bat and the lights. I didn't have this in camera too good. Excuse me. A little better. Freddie Freeman, Gary Carpenter, Freddie Peralta, Nathan Uvalde, Fernando Tatis Jr., Colton Cowser, O'Neill Cruz, Zach Gallen, Roki Sasaki, and our silver is Arenado, our holiday glitter. Yeah, I have to go. I have it. The reason I don't have the other inserts in short print stacked here is I wanted to go through them, see if the part 1 and part 2 are equally distributed, or if one, like say part 2, is more of a short print. So I haven't figured that out yet. Cade Horton, Chandler Simpson, Jose Ramirez, Alec Burleson, Andrew Benintendi, Francisco Lindor, Zach Neto, Brooks Lee, Austin Hayes, and our second snowflake, or whatever they call it, is Lawrence Butler. The funny thing is, even though I like the chrome cards and that's what I prefer, most of the money's been made off of non-chrome cards. Randy Arozarena, Alex Bregman, Manny Machado, Kobe Mayo. Got to figure one of these Oriole, all these young prospects, one of these guys or two is going to have a breakout season. I mean, we've got all these high draft picks. As a matter of fact, I think most of these guys are like first round picks. Maybe end of first round, like in compensation picks, but still first round. You're expecting some of those guys to, really blossom. I guess you could say. We haven't seen it with them yet, so you got to figure some of these. I mean, Gunnar is like the best, and he's kind of regressed a little. Brian Reynolds, Thomas Sagizi. So you've got to figure one or two of these guys is going to break out this year. William Contreras, Marcus Simeon, Hyesung Kim, and our silver is Josh Smith, another high number. Catching up. There's Gunnar. Andrew McCutcheon, Jordan Lawler, excuse me, Mark Vientos, Caden Dana, Blake Snell, Tarek Skubal, Leo Jimenez, Ezekiel Tovar, and our light blue is Dansby Swanson. Running out of space. Because I'm going to have at least the, what is it, metallic blue they call it. You get one of those per box too. We got a relic. That's too bad. But you never know. David Festa, Drew Romo, Dustin Harris. Haven't hit any of the 3 cards I've needed. Be nice to get those. Shane Bieber, Yandy Diaz, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. At least it's a bat. That's good. Because the bat pieces are game used, or at least the ones I've gotten so far. So Dulles Garcia. That's not bad. I like that the game used. Not a big fan of the player worn. Trey Sweeney. Yeah, another high number. Good. Let me get a sleeve for that. Dulles. Actually, yeah. I've got a stack of them. I'll worry about that later. Yeah, I don't think I have the right top load anyway. I should though. Oh, there he is again. Dulles Garcia, Riley Green, Will Wagner. Yeah, I just saw in a spring training stat for Riley Green's game he just played earlier in the day, where he had 3 walks, and I was already watched a couple of games, and the players, the hitters, some of these guys really know the zone, and you're seeing a lot of walks. I think it's very interesting. Yeah, these, I don't know why they even bother letting the umpire make a call anymore. It's just waste of time. Just let the umpire call what the ABS calls. Maybe he gets some kind of signal from the ABS, and then he makes the call verbally. Um, whereas, once they do that, that's going to eliminate the challenge because nobody's going to challenge the ABS. So, yeah, I think they just need to get rid of the umpire making a call anyway. Looks like we got our blue metallic. Jaron Duran. Yeah, because you're going to see a lot of walks this year unless they make some changes, or Vinny Pasquantino, Teoscar Hernandez. Yeah, I had a feeling this would happen because some guys really do know the zone. And you're seeing it early on, some of these guys. And Riley Green got 3 walks in his game, so, yep. Willie Adames, and I would almost guarantee it, he won a challenge or two in doing it on our blue metallic. Yeah, I think we're due one more silver. Yep, that's our last silver. Still could hit a parallel, but it doesn't look like it. Because they have like the menorah parallels numbered to 8, and I think there's a couple other paper parallels. It's interesting. Like the first handful of boxes I opened, I got 2 of the purple paper parallels numbered to 99, and I have not hit another one other than the menorah to 8 of the paper parallels. So, yeah, that's interesting. Griffin Conine, Logan Gilbert, Moises Ballesteros. Be nice if we get a card we need for the set. Drake Baldwin, Brenton Doyle. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, though. Luis Angel Acuna, Lawrence Butler, Jazz Chisholm, Jackson Holiday, and our silver is Shota, and it's another high number. Good. The high number stack's catching up. Yeah, I'm hoping the silver is at least a 200 card set. I don't know if in the tins you get the, 4 brown or bronze holiday lights per tin, so that's possible. Might be a 200 card set, but still just really don't know. Thank you.